Girl, what was that? The camera just went off, girl. You really impact a lot of people, he said, my kid. And I was like, yeah, I do. And sometimes I feel like, oh, sometimes you feel that way, but I do feel like I've been, I got on my report card since I was a little girl, talks too much, talks too much, talks too much. And I was telling my kid the other day, you don't even realize the gift and then as a child of Mercury, come on, money, as a child of Mercury, um, I have a gift of gab. I'm a communicator. I am a communicator. And for me to be able to talk and enjoy what I'm talking about and have fun, and then also be able to impact other people, it's like, that's your gift, girl. You know what I'm saying? And I can't imagine being so wrapped up in something that doesn't serve me and missing out on being able to exercise my gifts. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when you're in relationships that you're uncertain, just all of these kind of like, it's scarce. It's like this lack. It's a it's literally a low vibration. Um, it's draining to those who are, especially those who are sensitive energetically. It's very draining. If you're not extra sensitive to your environment, you don't know what it feels like. It's literally draining. And to constantly put yourself in relationship where your energy is being drained, you're leaving with a headache, you automatically get a headache, or you get a headache shortly after you're done. It's like your body is saying no to this person. You're developing, issues and stuff like that. It's just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And I don't care who the relationship is with. I don't care. Marla Morris says it's a bitter pill to swallow when the exclusions extend to family. And that's the hardest part, because we come into our earth family and we feel like we need to maintain obligatory contracts, and we don't. They're not where we don't have obligations for contracts. Is she looking for me? I don't think so. She's looking for somebody. We don't have, you're not obligated to maintain contracts, especially when the contract is, you're not seeing a return on the investment. That's the hardest part for people. I think that was the hardest part for me, is like realizing that I don't have to get on this carousel with family members. I don't have to do that. And I remember coming into the awareness when it was when my brother assaulted me, and I just came into this awareness. And then this was on my dad's side. I came into that awareness like, this shit is fake. All this shit is, when I tell you this shit is fake, it was almost like it was like right then and there I came to an awareness. And I don't think if I didn't have kids, I don't think I would. I don't know if I would have came, because it was something. What triggered me to snap out of it was how my kids were treated. And I was like, oh no, we can't do this. This is not, we're not about to do another cycle of imprinting another generation. Oh no, we're not about to do this. That's not going to happen. No. And so when I decided, like, okay, I'm not even, relationships with jobs, relationships with people, your friends, you're always questioning, walking on eggshells. Don't nobody have time for that. They don't. Okay, let's see what the other community post. Um, Hold on a second. Who's calling me? Hold on. Okay, so that was a call that I needed to take. So anyway, so then the next thing we posted was, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about the trans conversation anymore, because I'm gonna talk about it as needed. But I feel like that conversation is so like, it's like a dead end, going in circles, just going in circles. And it's just a place where you have to be like, we're just going to agree to disagree, and that's it. Because there was one comment that I thought was really like, I thought it was sad, because I was like, this is the reason. It's like an example of the reason why it's called a phobia. Because when you read out what the person's concerns are, they're not, they're illogical. Like, okay, I'm just going to read this and then we'll be done with it because, I'm just going to read this and we'll be done with it because I took a screenshot of it. Um, Rania Anais, she says to a woman who was making comments, what about humans who harm black women? What are you talking about? Like trans women. You think trans women don't have misogyny when they're born? That's insane. That's what this person said to me. And her thing is called Mature Black Female Podcast. So you're a black woman and you are concerned about humans who harm black women and saying that trans women are born with misogyny. First of all, no one is born with misogyny. I'm going to read to you what I said, but then Rania Anais comes back and says to Mature Black Female Podcast that if only they would take a moment to research the psychologists and doctors behind this, then she would understand how much she is fighting for someone who actually wants her destroyed. It's very sad. And you say anything that even remotely deviates from the script that they're reading from, you are basically told to be quiet. How's that for inclusion and sharing perspectives? And I said to Rihanna Anais, quote, she's fighting for someone who actually wants her destroyed. And I'm asking, do you mean my female parts? My vagina? Is that what you're talking about? You want the female, do they want the female human destroyed? Does that sound rational to you? Okay. I said, she's fighting for someone who actually wants her destroyed, quote. And I said, you mean my female parts of me, the female parts of me, the vagina? I said, that's literally irrational because outside of the confinements of your fear, that can't logically happen. That's why it's a phobia. I said, anyway, if their goal is to harm me, then I don't care what they look like or how they identify. Fear of people with penises, I wonder what that's called, since we're referring to psychological research to support an irrational fear of replacement. It's downright laughable to be afraid of a person born male who identifies as a woman and lives as a woman, thinking they can replace the female human. It's literally impossible. And for you to have a fear that it's a possibility that your existence as a female can be erased by a person with a penis, to me, I would, from my vantage point, that looks like an irrational fear because in real life, that cannot happen. No matter what, I don't care what, I don't know what you're reading so that you're saying that research and doctors are saying that people with penises who identify as women and live as women are trying to destroy the female human. And then to Mature Black Female Podcast, I said, remove the labels black and woman and rephrase your statement. Well, what about the humans who harm humans? Try that. And no one is born with misogyny. It's taught, therefore can be unlearned. Every social structure is something that has to be taught, that has to be programmed. Otherwise, you be outside of the social guidelines. That's your programming. That's your social engineering. That's where all of that comes in. And they have a particular box they want you to stay in. And a lot of y'all don't realize that you are trying to enforce that box. And it's the same box they have you in. And it's weird to be in a box and be like, come in and get with me. Let's be smashed up in this box and confined and restricted and repressed together. And this constant, there's this air of victimhood that Black women seem to want to hold on to for dear life. To me, I want to belong to a group who desire to move out of their social positioning instead of reminding everyone that you are the most disrespected, that you are this, that you are that, that you are all this victim. And then it's like you fight to keep a position on a lower level of the social totem pole. You fight to maintain the position. Why are you doing that? Why do you keep repeating Malcolm X's quote as if you want that energy to remain over a group of people? I want to belong to a group of Black women who don't want to maintain their social level, no matter what, even if they have to step out of participating in this shit and say, hey, guess what? I am not the most disrespected. I am not the most whatever the fuck else Malcolm X said. I'm not claiming that. I'm not putting that on a t-shirt. Like, who the fuck would wear that on a t-shirt? I saw that on a t-shirt and I said, don't y'all think y'all need to rephrase that? There are some things y'all ask me to put on a t-shirt that I will not put on a t-shirt because it's negative. Like somebody told me to put made mule and mattress on a t-shirt. I'm not putting that on a t-shirt. Words, when they are spoken, when they are worn, when they are said, when they are signed, carry a vibration. You have to be mindful of the words that you wear on your chest, hello, in your heart space. That's serious. The same way they got y'all hollering and screaming, no justice, no peace, and you wonder why your community has no justice and no peace. Because you are saying, literally chanting a mantra that is going to reverberate and bring that energy right back to you. So you have to be mindful of the stuff you wear on your chest. But outside of that, this desire to hold on to where society has placed you as a Black female human, the only part that really means anything is the female human part. All the rest of the labels that y'all be trying to throw at people and trying to ignite people. Somebody tried to do that with me the other day when I shared a story about um, when I was 16 years old, on going home on the late bus, and I saw a man get hit by a car, and the way he flew in the air, I laughed and couldn't stop laughing. This woman got in the comments and said, Erica, how would you like if somebody laughed at your son? Like, that's like a way to like kind of to light me up real quick. Let me trigger you a little bit. It doesn't work for me because I don't operate like that. The labels that y'all try to throw and be like, well, this, can you believe that? What about the humans who harm Black women? What about the humans who harm humans? How about that? Why don't we go with that? Why aren't you mad at the humans who harm humans? Right? Like the Black men who get in the comments and feel so tethered to an identity that they literally encourage harmful behavior or support harmful behavior or are complicit to harmful behavior because their identities are so tethered to being Black and men that they can't see past any of it. They can't even see you while you see them. They can't even see you. You know, the Black male hetero Christian part, they got the male hetero Christian hetero. I really put in quotes for everybody because that's also a spectrum. It's also made up. It's all made up. It's all made up. Y'all saw the whales in the ocean, the two male whales having sex. It's all the shit that they try to put you in. It's literally, if you watch the movie The Matrix, it's literally that. It's literally that. Neo sitting in a fucking under fluorescent lights in a simulation. And then here comes Agent Smith. Y'all be a bunch of Agent Smiths trying to confine people to this box, to this system. And y'all don't even realize you do it. And then at the same time, you want everybody like niggas who play the race card. What? But it's Black, you Black first. Okay, if everybody is Black first, then why do you treat women the way you do? Why do you treat LGBTQ the way you do if everybody's Black first? You Black before you gay. Okay. So when something happens to me, why don't you stand up for me? Oh, you skip over the part that I'm Black and you like, oh, that's a woman. She probably deserved it. Or that's a homosexual, they probably deserved it. If it's not black male centered, don't nobody want anything to do with it. Bumblebee, don't nobody want anything to do with it, and they don't care about you. But at the same time, you running around so tethered to your identity that you see yourself in other people who don't see themselves in you. You're holding on to this Malcolm X quote. Stop saying that Malcolm X quote. Stop it. It's dead. We have to be a generation who says, you know, the things that we chant, the mantras that we chant as a collective of people, those have to be deaded. Community leaders, no. Community leaders need for you to keep saying no justice, no peace, because otherwise they couldn't work. They wouldn't have jobs. All these people who fight, they're always fighting. If none of this shit existed, what would they fight for? So they need for the shit to continue. It's a whole little ecosystem. They need the shit to continue so they'll have a space somewhere. Take off the labels black woman and rephrase your statement, because she wanted to know, what about the humans who harm black women, like trans women? What? So you want me to single out trans women? No, because there's a lot of people that harm people, and nobody can give me statistics where there's this overwhelming evidence that trans people are harming cis people. Again, irrational. When we ain't scared of trans people, we ain't scared of gay people. When you listen to your rationale for why you feel the way you do about a group of people, it's irrational. And there's no way that you can justify it. You can't even use your made up religion to justify it. It's irrational because the religion is made up. You can't use it. You just can't. Okay, let's see. Cardi B is going out to buy her a Coach bag, honey. She don't want the people to think that she meant anything wrong by going to buy a Coach bag, by saying the Coach bag. Talking about the Coach bag. Did y'all see that a man expects woman to cook dinner after birthing a baby 2 days ago? Did y'all hear this? Let's listen to him. Listen to your men. Listen to your men.
You want me to do a roast? Yeah. Can I just remind you of something? I gave birth 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago, and you came out of the hospital straight away. You've been sitting around all this time, so you can make a roast.
To send me home to get rest at home.
Yeah, but you've been doing nothing but resting. Look at all these cups of tea for a start. I mean, look, I'm just saying.
I'm sorry that I need caffeine to keep going with a newborn baby.
Yeah, and it's not easy for me either. Right, I didn't give birth. No, but I'm not sleeping like you, so I'm knackered. You're awake. So my mum and dad are coming, and you know what they're like. They always want a roast. So...
They always want a roast, but I've not just given birth 2 days before. You can get up and make it yourself.
Look, you do it much better than I do. We know that. I've tried. It's a waste of time.
Why are you gaslighting me?
I'm not gaslighting you. You always say I'm gaslighting you. I'm not.
You're trying to manipulate me into making a roast for your mum and dad because you can't be asked. Well, do you know what? I've just cooked for the last 9 months. Your kid.
Yeah. I'll sit with them, with the baby, talk to them. You've got like a couple of hours to yourself.
You sit on your ass with the baby while I'm stood slaving over a hot stove. It doesn't work like that.
Sit my ass with the baby, so you say it's easy then. Yeah. So if that's the case, then you can go in the kitchen then, can't you? What's the problem?
Pardon?
Can you do a roast?
He wants her to make a roast, and he said, well, you awake? Why are all these cups of tea around here? That's like Dr. Timu, when he told Alicia, she said she was ready to divorce his ass. Can you believe that? They really see y'all as cows in the milk industry, just producing babies. Duplicate this nigga over and over and over again while he doesn't give you anything in return. And then you give the baby his last name and you let him name your baby. Oh, gross. That makes me want to vomit. That makes me want to throw up. I said, Dr. Alicia from Married to Medicine said that she mentioned divorce because her husband expected her to keep being a maid while she was pregnant. That motherfucker is probably undeserving of DNA duplication. Someone said, this is why I believe most women are single and childless by choice. Right. Nobody wants to be a maid, a mule, or a mattress. Nobody. Don't nobody. Even the women who are acting like they do when they play in that role with their apron, tool belt, and stethoscope. Girl, you don't want to do it either. his mom and dad should be coming over to cook for them, not the other way around. I gave birth 5 days ago, and my husband won't even let me get out of bed without his help. He would never expect me to cook dinner, probably won't even allow it. Stop laboring for these men and get at from the get-go. Just stop it, right? And then you start laboring for them at the beginning to prove that you can be a good wife. Where do men act? Where do men go? Because they have all those wife schools. Where do men go to become husbands, where they learn how to be husbands? Are there any husband schools? I'm sure there are. There has to be. But there's plenty of wife schools. This better be a skit. I pray the Lord it is. No, it's not. There are men out there who expect a woman after giving birth to get back in the kitchen. They are literally engineered to want you to be a maid, to do for them, to labor for them. Ask psychologists who have couples what do you call therapy, who do couples therapy. They'll tell you the women are doing all the labor. The men come in there just because they don't want to get a divorce. They don't want to lose their maid. They don't want to lose their mattress, the body they use to masturbate. They don't. Just like what's his name? Tory. What's his name? Not Toure. I think his name, I forgot what his name is, but he's on those little podcasts where they talk about relationships incessantly, as if there's no other important relationship in the world than a romantic one. It's so sickening. But he says, I don't like women, but I'm told that I'm heterosexual, so I must sleep with you. That's the reason why a lot of them, they don't like women, and they keep sleeping with them, because they don't want to be seen as gay. So they'll get their emotional connections from men and get their physical needs met by you. And you over here falling in love and shit, and all he's doing is using your body to masturbate, because he doesn't want to put it in a hole in a wall, or another man, or an animal, or I was about to say, or some like jail contraption that they made up, or some fleshlight or something. They want you, because in addition to using your body to masturbate, they get you to hold things on their back, and you take pride in being the house manager. Then they want you to do all the maid service, all the housekeeping and everything. For what? Room and board. In exchange for room and board. Girl, you missed me with that. Somebody said the dust is global. I would have threw one of them teacups at him. Marry someone who gives a fuck about you, for real. My goodness. This is why women don't remarry after divorce and when they become widows. I would be on death row, and my last meal would be roast. I know that's right. So in case anyone wants to know, I'm fertile, celibate, and child free. I did absolutely nothing but stay in bed and watch movies today. Best of luck to this woman. God knows she's going to need it. Right? And the people are mad. I was watching another content creator talk about the people are mad at Seth Rogen for saying him and his wife just chill in the bed on Saturday morning, smoking weed and watching movies naked. I said, I know that's right. No kids running around. Nobody, no responsibilities. No. And then people, it's your responsibility to have kids. No, it's not. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. It's nobody's responsibility to reproduce, girl. And that's why all these women are around here running around getting fertility, because they feel like it's their responsibility to reproduce. That is not an obligatory assignment that you have when you drop down into the body you drop down in. Your soul did not come down here to just keep reproducing for some fucking weirdo. Girl, I got pissed. The single mom wives. It's happening all across the planet. I follow a page whose content is geared toward married women with kids, and most of the comments are about how their husbands are no help to them and the kids and the household. Weaponized incompetence is all they talk about. That's what I told them boys. I said, let me find out you over here having a woman do stuff for you, and I'm gonna tell them, girl, listen, you don't have to do this. You don't have to prove that you're gonna make a good maid for no nigga. Any girl, I'ma let her know. If I see her acting like she's you women who let these girls run around and act like they're so in love with your sons, I think you find a little pleasure in that. No, wake them girls up and shake them by their shoulders and tell them you're not in love. You're in limerence, girl. You're in love with an idea when you were little Elsa, little Cinderella, little Snow White. This is not real. None of this shit is real. You don't even know who the fuck you are while you're in love with my son. Girl, get to know yourself first. That's what I'm going to tell them. They're going to be like, damn, why is your mom telling me to empower myself and love myself before loving you? Yeah, girl. Shit. I'm gonna let him know. Man, I was spoiled when I was pregnant, and after I had my son, his whole family helped me. I wouldn't wish that on any woman. I don't really know what the incentive is to have a baby as a woman. Very pretty much every woman I know faces something similar or worse for this, for birthing a child. I promise you, I'd pack the fuck up. And let me tell you something. The amount of women, I need to do a little bit of research. The amount of women who, one, leave their husbands when they're pregnant. I really want to know where that is, because you have to be a raggedy motherfucker for somebody to leave you while they're pregnant. Because the idea of raising your child alone is a fear, right? Is a fear of people. And so when you are told you need to be in this relationship with this man, and then he starts acting a fool, you know why they always start acting a fool when the woman gets pregnant. Because now your attention is not on them. You've been trained to give your attention to this man, so much so that you have to prove that you're a good wife, and you can be a good wife, a good helpmate. What the fuck kind of shit? Every time I hear you motherfuckers refer to your partner as a helpmate, like you're on some goddamn ship and it's the skipper and the captain, and the fucking captain is giving orders, and you're like pulling the goddamn thing going, yeah, what else I gotta do, captain? Girl, shut the fuck up with that helpmate shit. I hate to hear that. Girl, I got pissed listening to that helpmate. She's your helpmate. Shut up. Shut your ass up. Come on, Kid and Play now. Roll and roll and roll with Kid and Play now. Tiffany Haddish. Sorry. Let me see. Tiffany Haddish was in awe over Paris Hilton's lavish home. Let's listen to where it sounds, what she does.
Hi. Hey, girl. Hey. Oh, this is nice. Yeah. Paris, it don't smell like roaches in here or nothing. Oh, it's beautiful. You got pictures of yourself and stuff. Is this a real dog, right? Hi, real dog. Hi. Oh my God, Paris. You got a llama? Hey, you got a llama? Oh my God, it's not real though. No, it's not. No, it feels nice though. It's like the breeze.
I said, the unassuming ghetto hood chick shtick is played. I said that somebody else said this is the same character from Girls Trip. I was waiting for her to say she ready. I hate people who act like they've never been anywhere. Embarrassing. She got back from Israel real quick. Somebody said she really makes us look so fucking bad. She don't represent me. That's another one. Y'all identities be so tethered to one another, and you're embarrassed because she's a black woman acting like a unassuming hood chick, and you're tired of that racial trope. She's representing herself and all the women who identify with that trope. Not me. You don't identify with it. You don't have to accept that. You don't have to accept that. You don't. Y'all stop acting like making us look bad for whom? The most violent people in the world, in human history. Y'all are trying to behave a certain way in the presence of the most violent people in the descendants of the most violent people in human history. The group of people who have killed the most humans per capita. Huh? Is that who you're trying to act good for? White is not the standard. I'm here to let you know. Male is not the standard. White is not the standard. Heterosexual is not the standard. Christianity is not the standard. And being thin is not the standard. Do y'all know that? I want y'all to release yourselves. Release it. And stop participating in this shit. It's killing y'all. It's killing everybody, and killing everybody by design. Father Time kills everybody. Under this PATRIX, it kills everybody. And they want to run you down and whittle you to nothing before you die. That's by design. We're not operating in that kind of space anymore. We operate in abundance. Not that space anymore. So all of these tropes and ideas and labels you want to attach yourself to, release it. I gotta go. I got about 20 minutes. I'm gonna go in there and work on a puzzle. All right, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.